Greetings.
I'm here then. You said in the alehouse that you could do...
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming, what's your name?
That's right.
You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone.
Yeah. I basically grew up in the fort. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any.
For the nobility, eh? Well, as it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young...
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and...
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the... Ah, you fucking piece of shit. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Work it better. Temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want, and you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
Maybe I should add some spices.
See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. It's heated up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. That's the ring you want. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, work goes by easy. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's some nice whistling. It's easier to forge to a rhythm. Well struck. That's some nice whistling. It's easier to forge to a rhythm, is there you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right, let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold. If you work evenly, each strike falls. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask?
What good does it do me to whistle?
It makes you work to a rhythm.
How do I know a good strike from...
By the sparks that fly, it rings out with a different...
What's the right way to...
Do it till it turns. The main thing is, but don't over...
Why should I fall...
If you keep hammering the same, but jumping from the best thing to...
How will I know it's...
Notice the shape.
Thanks.
You can sleep in it, and of course, you can... Any questions?
Where can I get...
You can buy some, but if you want to make a fancy... This is just a...
What can I...
Well...
What now?
What do you... You're pretty good at swords, but what... Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sakura, lad. I chose you because you already know. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open. I'm sorry.